just take some big breaths. Sit whatever way you feel like you can sit upright with a relatively straight spine. Just close your eyes and feel your body. First thing in the morning like this, you may be able to kind of notice a little bit more if maybe you slept funky on one shoulder and maybe that's something you do regularly. So maybe you notice those little imbalances in your shoulders and your hips a little bit more than you typically would. So for now, just become aware of how your body's feeling this morning. Just making sure that you're honoring and listening to your body at all points in this practice. Now just for about the next 5 breaths, just see if you can tune in completely to your breath. Noticing the complete arc of your inhales and your exhales. After that 5th breath, just blink your eyes open. Just take a moment to see your surroundings as just kind of like one open field of vision. So rather than focusing on one thing, just let your gaze open as wide as you can. So when you're sitting by yourself in your house, it's okay for you to just stare blankly at the wall. So just kind of let your vision open up a little bit wider. See if you can take everything in your periphery in. And then see if you can bring that same mentality into your body. So rather than constantly focusing on this is my ankle, this is my shoulder, seeing if you can embrace what your entire body is doing throughout your practice this morning. All right, with that, bring yourself to a tabletop position. So just start to move around a little bit, so moving your hips from side to side. So we're going to start with a little bit of myofascial release. So if you're not familiar with that, it's kind of the same idea as foam rolling. So first though, just coordinate your movements with your breath a little bit. So as you swing your hips to the left, maybe inhale. To the right, maybe exhale. And start to see that macro focus of your whole body, just seeing how everything interacts with one another. Just moving around a little bit more organically. And just feeling your spine, connecting it all together. So let's get together for 3 cat-cows. Come into a neutral position. Inhale, lift your chest up, stick your butt out. Exhale, round your back. 2 more times. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, round. Once more, biggest breath you can. Exhale. Okay, coming back to a neutral spine, so we're going to work into the calves and the ankles a little bit. So I'm going to turn to the side just so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. Take your right knee and just place it on the back of your left calf. So you're probably going to be right around the middle of your lower leg, and then just lean back a little bit. So you're just kind of kneading into the tissues here. And I'm specifically doing this for her and I because everybody needs it, but we did a lot of jumping yesterday. I was doing a bunch of jump rope and Lauren was doing little jump squats and stuff.
This was horrible.
Yeah, this is pretty terrible, I know, but just do your best. Just remember how much your feet and your ankles do for you and you don't really ever think about it. So now see if you can find a little bit of that cow position in your spine. So lifting your chest a little bit and just press your hips back. So doing so, you don't even need to press down with your knee. It's just kind of naturally doing it on its own. Maybe wiggle your toes a little bit. 2 more breaths. Inhale, find that cow position. With your exhale, lean back a little bit more.
Feel my shoulders wanting to tense up.
Yeah, if your shoulders are tense and try and relax. And then nice easy release. Just take that left leg, step it back, and just take a nice easy stretch through your calf, just kind of bouncing off the tissues a little bit. So, this is kind of uncommon knowledge, but the most common injury that happens in downward facing dog is Achilles tendon strains or detachments even. This is a good thing to do to warm up if you have super tight calves before you get into a down dog position. So let's do the same thing on the other side. So left knee in the back of your right calf. Just lean back. If you've ever tried to foam roll your calves before, it's kind of hard to do. This is way more direct and gets it done a lot faster. So yeah, if you're a runner especially, maybe wiggle your toes just a little bit, make sure you're moving around. Find that cow position and then just lean back a little bit more. You got 3 more breaths here. Love you.
Oh. Sorry. I'll feel better when it's done though.
1 more big breath. Lean into it. Push that edge a little bit. And then nice easy release. Again, same thing. Stretch your right leg back. Just kind of bouncing off the tissues a bit. Just getting the posterior chain ready for some yoga. Alright guys, when you're ready, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. We're going to get into it kind of quickly because I only have half an hour to work with you and then I'm going to hand it off to Lauren. So feel this position. Feel that connection from your calves, your heels all the way up through the backs of your legs. Tilting your tailbone up towards the ceiling so we're still kind of working into that kind of cow pose in our upper back. Pressing your chest back, relax your neck. Big breath in through your nose. Side out. Inhale, push your hips back. Exhale, step or jump to the front. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, down. Inhale all the way up to the top. Reach as long as you can from fingers to toes. Exhale, cactus elbows. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, swan dive down, hands to the floor. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, hands down. Step your left foot back. Come into a low lunge position. Gotcha. Sink your hips down, lift your chest up. Inhale, chest high. Exhale, straighten out your front leg. Inhale, rebend your knee. Exhale, step your left foot forward, feet side by side. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, reach both hands up towards the ceiling. Exhale, cactus elbows. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, swan dive all the way to the floor. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands down, stepping your right foot back, finding that low lunge. Feel your hips, feel your connection from your neck to your shoulders, down to your hips. Sink it a little bit deeper. Inhale 1 more time. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Inhale, rebend. Exhale, step both feet back, find your plank position. Take a moment here, turn your hands out just slightly. So if you had your hands on 2 dinner plates, you'd be spinning your fingers away from each other. Fingers really wide, so you're going to be leaning in your thumbs a little bit more. So arms are straight and strong. We're going to work into a little bicep strength using our straight arm position. So maybe walking your hands a little bit wider if you feel like you need to. Lean forward, bring your weight to the thumb side of your hands. So not bending your elbows, coming onto the tips of your toes and really push the floor away. Inhale, push away a little bit more. Exhale, lean forward 1 more inch. We're going to do it 1 more time. Big inhale. Exhale, lean it forward. Should really feel your biceps working here. 1 more big breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths, pedal your feet out a little bit. So you may notice that leaving your hands in that wider position turned out slightly will actually make your wrist feel a little bit better. Inhale, press your hips back. Exhale, step or jump to the front, both feet. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, long through your whole body. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, both hands high. Exhale, right hand down, side bend to the right. Inhale, reach a little bit longer. Exhale, lean into your left foot. Maybe even lift your right foot off the ground. So you're going to find a lot of core engagement in the right side of your body here. Really reach and stretch to the left side. Inhale. Exhale, just switch. Right foot down, bending to the left. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lean into your right foot like somebody's pulling on your right wrist. Maybe lift your left foot 1 inch off the floor. Try and relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Inhale one more time. Exhale, both feet down. Inhale, both hands to the sky. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms inside out. Inhale, chest high, maybe look up a little bit. Exhale, draw your hands back. 2 more big breaths here. Inhale, reach. Exhale, draw them back. 1 more big breath. Exhale, back bend. Bend your elbows, release into that cactus elbow position. Inhale, both hands sweep up. Exhale, both hands sweep down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fingertips down, step your left foot back. Once again, come into your low lunge position.
I keep messing that
I
one
get you
up.
every time, babe. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Inhale, rebend your knee. Let's straighten it out one more time. This time, left fingertips down, right hand to the sky. Let's take a little twist here. If your front leg is not straight, that's totally fine. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, peel your chest open. Inhale one more time. Exhale, both hands down, rebend your knee, looking forward. Lift your left leg up. Inhale, lift it high. Exhale, walk your fingertips back towards your foot. Relax the back of your neck. Take 3 more breaths here, maybe grabbing your ankle with one or both hands. If you're going to notice if you're on carpet like we are right here, the balance is going to be significantly harder. So just embrace that. Make your footwork a little bit more. Lift your leg a little bit higher. Inhale one more time. Exhale, both fingertips down. Bring your left foot next to your right foot. Weight into your heel. Bend your knees. Single leg chair pose. Just bring your hands to a prayer position here. So sink down nice and deep. All of your weight is in your right leg to the best of your ability. You can kind of use your left foot like a kickstand if you need to. Sink in, lean back. I've been using this cue a lot lately. Imagine you're pressing your right foot down and trying to drag it back. Chest high, sink in a little bit more. Inhale one more time. Now with your exhale, both feet down, both hands up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, both hands high. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, hands to the floor, step your right foot back, find that low lunge. Remember, 2 times. Inhale, chest high. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Inhale, rebend. Exhale, straighten it out. Right hand light on the floor, left hand to the sky, twist. So again, finding just the slightest cow variation here as you lift your chest up and forward like you're drawing your collarbones towards the front of the room. Open your chest a little bit wider. Draw your left hip back. Inhale one more time. Exhale, both hands down, rebending your knee. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, right leg up. Just hanging out here. Remember, all you're doing is lifting your leg up in the air. You're not trying to impress anybody. You're in your own space right now, so try and get your foot way up in the air. Maybe it's not doing the best it can for you. So try to square your hips down towards the floor, straighten the lifted leg rather than the standing leg, and find that dragging motion already. So as you lean down to your heel, press down and back, which I know is weird, but just see if you can embrace that. One more big breath here. And then with your exhale, bringing your feet side by side, start to bend your knees, and then just roll your spine up to that single leg chair pose. Hands into a prayer. Let's take 5 breaths. Sinking down a little bit more with each exhale. If you're shrugging your shoulders up like a pair of earrings, just let them drop down and away from your ears. Take a moment. Is this side harder or easier? And then feel that macroscopic view of your whole body working together. Sink in a little bit more. Press your palms together. Inhale one more time. Exhale, both feet down. Reach up. Find a little back bend, open and wide. Maybe a little side to side tilt here. Just feeling both sides of your spine. Inhale, both hands high. Exhale all the way down to the floor. Inhale halfway. Exhale, hands down. Again, replacing your hands in that wider, slightly turned out position. So we're going to practice leaning forward again. So in gymnastics, this is called a planche position, or planche. So as you lean into it, again, you feel your biceps. It's almost more of like a stabilizing mechanism. So we're used to using our biceps for pulling, but this is a stability situation. So from here, just lift your right leg off the floor. We're going to spend 3 breaths lifting each leg. One more big inhale. Now with your exhale, just switch. Both feet down. Lifting it up. 3, 2, 1. Now lift both feet off the ground. Okay, lean forward. Bend your elbows, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, chest lifts, cobra pose, shoulders back. Let's hang out here for a couple breaths. Bring your fingertips to the backs of your ears. So instead of looking up and forward, just look down at the floor in front of your mat. Bring your elbows really wide. Really feel in the backs of your shoulders. Press into the tops of your feet, so you're using your legs to lift a little bit more. Inhale, one more time. Exhale, hands down. Push yourself back to a child's pose. Just take 3 breaths here. Notice if you felt any new, unique sensations through that little sequence. All right, guys, crawl your hands as far forward as you can get them. Maybe again, turning out slightly. We're gonna be doing a plank transition here. Walk your knees in towards the center if they're wide. Tuck your toes under. So first movement here, press into the thumb side of your hand again. Lift your knees 1 inch off the ground. So you're in a really low crouch.
Jeez.
Wrapping your elbows in a little bit, shoulders down away from your ears, just a touch. And I know it's hard here, but just do your best. Find that little cow position in your chest. Big inhale. With your exhale, shoot it forward to a plank. 4 more of those. Inhale, back, deep as low as you can go. Exhale, press forward. 3 more. Moving with your breath. Last one, inhale. Exhale, press it forward. Again, lean into your thumbs, tips of the toes, lean forward, forward, forward. Looking over the edge, and then lower down slowly. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Inhale, rebend your knee. Exhale, both hands up, crescent. Inhale, reaching high. Exhale, little back bend, maybe cactus elbows sinking a little bit deeper. See if you can keep your back leg relatively straight. Inhale, both hands up. Now we're going to use the front leg to balance. Taking a moment here to get your bearings. Grip the ground with your right toes. Shoot it forward, cross your left ankle over the top of your right knee. So arms up, hands in a prayer position. You can take this position with your hands too. Flex the toes of your left foot back towards your kneecap. So you're keeping your ankle and knee engaged, sinking a little bit deeper. Just one more big breath here, sink in a little bit more. And with your exhale, slowly coming all the way up, pull your left knee in towards your chest. Arms high if it feels okay. Take a moment here, this is almost like a tree pose variation. Inhale, reach. Now with your exhale, kick your left heel straight forward. Lift it up a little bit higher if you got some room. Make sure you're breathing. Inhale one more time. Exhale, wide arms, warrior 3. Again, chest lift, shoulders back. Turn your thumbs up so your palms are facing forward to get your shoulders into a proper position. So we're going to keep this right leg working just a little bit more. Bend your knee just slightly. Push the floor away. Just going to do that 3 more times. Bend a little bit. Press away. 3, 2, and 1. A little bend in the front leg. Set the tops of the back toes down, about 2/3 of the way that you would in a normal lunge. Both hands up. So we're just going to pulse in and out of this little lunge position. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fingertips to the floor. Lift your left leg up. I know your leg's cooking, mine is too. Just stay with us. Finding this forward fold. If you didn't grab your ankle last time, maybe you try it this time. Getting that foot working as much as we can. One more big breath in. Then fingertips down as quietly as you can. Set your foot down to the back of the mat. Inhale, chest high. Exhale, right leg up and back. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Find that open hip position. Roll your ankle out a little bit. Inhale, right leg up and back. Squaring your hips down and forward. Now bend your knee, kick your heel up and back. So it's like you're trying to touch your heel to the ceiling just above your body. Find a little lift to your chest. Look up towards your hands just enough that your neck allows. Now keep the knee bent. Start to lean it forward once again. See if you can keep kicking up. Come into this position. You can always put your left knee on the ground here. Lean forward, weight in your thumbs. Slow her down slowly. One more time. Inhale, chest lifts, both feet down. Exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. 5 breaths, pedal it out a little bit. So I'm just getting you warm, guys. We're gonna wind down with some nice deep yin stretches with Lauren here in a moment, but we gotta do that at least one more time. So left leg up when you're ready. Swing it forward, set it down. Inhale, chest high. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Inhale, rebend your knee. Exhale, crescent pose. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus bend, sink in a little bit more. Inhale, both hands up. Looking forward, use your balance. Bring it all the way up and across. Right ankle over left knee. Arm variation of your choice. If you want a little extra hip stretch here, gently pressing into the knee. Keep your right ankle engaged. Chest lifts. Regardless of where your arms are, sink back into your heel again. Drag back through your left foot.
It's like pigeon pose, but way harder.
Yeah.
You're welcome, guys.
One more big breath. Press it all the way up. Remember, don't lock the standing leg. Keep all those muscles activated. Knee in towards your chest. Take this moment just to feel your whole body. Find that balance. Kick your heel forward when you're ready. Arms up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms wide, sweep it back. See if you can do it without touching the floor.
Trying to knock me over, guys.
Chest lifts. Reach through the crown of your head and reach back through the back heel. Still a little bend in the knee. We're going to do that same little pulse we did on the other side. So a little bend in the knee and hydraulic press it away. Inhale down. Exhale, press. This is getting us ready for those little lunges. One more time. Okay, and then stepping your foot back to a shortened stance, tops of the toes on the floor. So arms up, hands into a prayer position, whatever feels like it's going to accommodate this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, don't forget to breathe. 2, 1. Both hands down, maybe up and then down, and lift your leg. Finding that standing split. This whole sequence, we're just feeling the connection of our entire leg working together to keep us stable. Let's take 2 more big breaths here. Maybe grab your ankle with one or both hands. Fingertips down. Inhale, lift your leg. Exhale, step it all the way back. Left leg up and back. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Feeling that little bit of movement.
My butt feels like it's gonna fall off.
Yeah, my butt feels like it's gonna fall off too. Now, square your hips, kick your heel up towards the ceiling. So, speaking of butts, you should feel your butt working a lot here. Press down into your right heel just as much as your body's going to let you. Again, you don't want to pull anything back there, so keep your knee a little bit bent, if anything. Press your chest back towards your thigh. Kick your heel up one more time. Finding that slight curve in your spine. Inhale, lean it forward. Single leg plank position. Remember, you can put your right knee down if you need to. Lean forward, forward, forward. Tips of the toes if you can. Lower down slowly. Both feet down. Tuck your toes, downward dog. One more of those mega push-ups. Again, turn your hands out if they weren't there already. Lean forward, plank position. Tips of the toes and lean. Weight is in the thumb side of the hand a lot. 3 more breaths. Inhale, lean forward. Push away. One more big inhale. Exhale, lower down slowly. Inhale, lift your chest, extend your arms out to the sides. Again, palms turning forward just slightly, thumbs up. Inhale again. Exhale, reach both hands forward. Remember, looking down instead of forward. You don't really need to kink your neck up here. Look, keep it nice and flat. Inhale, lift your hands a little bit higher. With your exhale, lift your legs up. Now we're making a big I out of our bodies here right now. So make your body into a big X by extending your arms and your legs out as wide as you can. Lifting everything up. And just embrace that engagement right in the center of your back. Just right around your sacrum. Lift everything up a little bit higher. For 5, 4, 3, a little bit more, 2, 1. Feet in, arms forward, hands down. Push yourself back. Child's pose. Woo!
Woo-wee.
Nice work, guys.
That was a Brian woo.
Guys, take a couple big breaths here. I'm going to hand it off to Lauren, but just check in with your body. See what feels good. See what you need to work on. Just always taking a moment to check in and make sure that you know your status. So without any further ado.
Yay. Alright guys, now we got the torture over with. I'm like, we did a really hard workout yesterday, so. Let's come to the top of your mat and we'll take heels in, toes out, and we'll come into a deep squat. If you need a little bit extra support here, you can put a block underneath your butt.
You can roll your mat underneath your heels too is a good one.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Rolling, like you roll this and then your heels are on here, your toes are down, so you're a little elevated. Otherwise, we're just gonna kind of take a lazy version of this pose. Walk your hands forward and then just let your head, your chin tuck to your chest. And then see if you can find a little bit of softness here. And just allow your breath to get a little bit deeper. And see if you can notice any sensations along the spine. Maybe a gentle releasing. Letting go. And let's just connect for a moment. Take a moment to contemplate what it is that you need today from the rest of the practice that we have and the time together. And see if you can cultivate whatever that is in your practice for yourself today. Maybe that's just being present. I know that's been a big theme for me the past week or so, is just trying to stay in the now as best I can, just day by day. And just a few more breaths here. Allow yourself to come a little bit deeper if you like, or maybe interlacing your fingers behind the back of the head and allowing the weight of your arms to kind of help stretch a little bit deeper. Or make sure not to force or jam anything. Take one more breath. And exhale, gentle release. You can start to work your way up. And we're just gonna lunge the left foot back. So the right foot's forward and the left knee is gonna drop down. So you can stay here, or you can start to bend the back knee, plant the left hand and reach back and grab the foot with the right hand. I'll just be here for a few breaths. You can eventually come down onto the left forearm if that feels approachable for you. Just listen to your body. And let's take some deeper breaths. So as you notice the expanding of the belly with the inhale, see if you can get your belly to expand as far down as below the belly button. See if you can get your breath that deep. And now just start to direct your attention to any sensation that you notice right away in the body. And the first one that pops up, just stay with it for several breaths. See what you can notice. See if you can relax a little bit more into this pose. And notice if you feel like you have a little bit of room now. And that means your body's kind of settled into the pose, and if you have a little bit more room, maybe you can come down onto the left forearm. Or maybe not. Maybe you can just lower the hips down a little bit. And reminding ourselves of whatever it is we need to cultivate for ourselves in class today. Take one more big breath in. And exhale, gently release the back foot. And we'll just switch sides. The right foot's going to come back. The left foot's going to come forward. And then we'll let the hips come down and forward, not past our threshold, right at our edge. Right hand plants, if you can, left knee bends and right knee bends, left hand grabs. right knee.
Got this.
Rights and lefts are hard. I'm just taking a couple big deep breaths. In through the nose. Out through the nose. Again, see if you can bring your awareness to the abdomen, the lower abdomen, below the belly button. See if you can breathe so deep that you get that area of the belly to expand. Even just a little bit on an inhale. Just noticing how deep can you get your breath here. And then bring your awareness and your attention to the loudest sensation. And sit there with that sensation for several breaths. And just notice what it feels like. Sense into every sensation in that area. What do you feel? What do you sense? And you may start to feel your body giving you a little bit more space, a little bit more room. And if you're there, maybe you come down onto your forearm, or maybe just drop the hips a little. Or maybe you soften a little bit somewhere. And just take one more big inhale. And exhale, gently release the back foot. Take the left foot back behind you so you're in a tabletop position, and that's just windshield wiper the hips for just a moment. And we'll go ahead and step our right foot out to the right from where we are right now. And you can point the toes forward, get the top of the sole of the foot down, and just be mindful you're not going past your limit here, but start to crawl the hands forward. And if you're at home and you have like a pillow or something, you might want to rest on a pillow. Otherwise, you can drop down onto the forearms, or if you want a little bit more of a armpit, shoulder, chest opening, you could just reach your arms forward and press into the hands and kind of hollow out the armpit as you dip the chest. So any of those are fine. I'm going to come onto my forearms so I can relax my hips a little. And again, we sit here just noticing, feeling into any sensation. Noticing what's coming up for you. And try to be present with whatever arises. Try to find a little bit of stillness here to sit and be with all those little sensations. And then notice if you have a little bit more space, more room, maybe you can come a little bit deeper here. Or another option might be, if you want to add a little twist here, you can extend the left arm and then thread the right arm underneath and through as you look underneath the left armpit. And just see if you can soften just a little bit more here. And take one more big breath in. And exhale. We'll gently press ourselves up onto our hands. Bring the right knee in. Windshield wiper the hips. And then we'll go to left side. So left leg comes out to the left, toes point forward. And again, you can walk your hands forward and just get the stretch in the armpits, in the chest, or you can come down onto your forearms. We're going a little bit quicker than we normally would in my class because we don't have as much time, but you're still going to get a good benefit from this. So. Coming back to your intention from the beginning of class, what is it that you might need a little bit more of today? Maybe it's compassion. If you'd like to come a little bit deeper, maybe coming down and dropping the chest a little bit more. You can also add that twist in so the right arm extends and then the left arm threads underneath and through if that feels good for you. But you don't have to. You are? If you're a fidget monster, no worries, so is Cameron. And take one more deep inhale here. And exhale. Gently press yourself up. Bring the left leg in. Hips sway side to side. And maybe sitting back on the heels for a moment. All right, so let's see how much time we have. Okay, let's make our way, let's come to a comfortable seated position. So you can be seated on your heels or cross-legged, whatever you want to do. And you're just going to take your right hand to grab the left arm behind the back. And you'll let your shoulders both drop away from your ears. And you're gonna look over to the left first, just to kind of see if there's any tightness or tension in the right shoulder. Otherwise, if that feels okay, if that's not too much for you already, you can take your left ear to the left shoulder as you let your right shoulder drop away. So we're just getting a nice stretch. We're able to relax a little bit because our right hand is just holding on to the left arm. So the only thing we're worrying about doing is dropping that right shoulder a little bit. And just notice if there's any tension there in the shoulders, or even, you might even be able to feel it in the jaw if you kind of move your head around a little bit. Go ahead and let the jaw relax just a little bit. And wherever that tension in the shoulder and neck is, see if you can send your breath there. And imagine with every inhale, that tension is getting lengthened and stretched. And with every exhale, the tension is relaxing and dissolving. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, relax. Notice the sensation in the face. If there's any tension there, just see if you can let a little bit of it go. And around the eyes. Take one more big breath in. And exhale, release the right arm. And allow the left hand to press your head up to neutral. And we'll switch sides. So the left hand is going to come behind the back and grab the right arm. Or it doesn't have to be as high as I am. I just have really long monkey arms, and insanely hypermobile shoulders, which is not a good thing. So wherever you can grab on your arm is fine. Just so you have something to hold on to. Drop the left shoulder. And then first just look to the right and just notice how that feels as you drop the left shoulder. And make sure it's okay that you go deeper, and if you're ready to go deeper, you can look forward and then just drop your right ear to your right shoulder. And just take a few breaths here, allowing all the muscles in the face to soften and relax. See if you can get that breath to extend down into the lower belly, below your belly button. And then bring your attention to that tense spot. And with every inhale, imagine it's lengthening and stretching. And every exhale, the tension is relaxing and dissolving. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, relax. Just notice if there's any other sensations that want to come forward right now. And just sit with those for a moment. What does it feel like? one more big breath in. Exhale, release the grip. Right hand to the right cheek. Press your head back up to neutral. Make some little shoulder shrugs, or maybe looking left to right, or maybe tucking the chin to the chest and looking up and down. Or if you like little neck circles, just make sure you don't go too far back, but just getting a little bit of blood flow and movement into the neck and shoulders. Whatever that looks like for you, and there's no right or wrong way to do this, so just allow yourself to feel what feels right for you. All right, and so let's gently come onto our backs. I don't think I'm gonna have time for everything I wanted us to do, but since we did a lot of booty work today with Cameron, we'll do another hip stretch. So we'll just lower down onto our backs, and you're gonna cross your right leg over your left, and then squeeze your knees into your chest. Now this can be your pose or your posture, or if you want it to be a little bit more intense, you can lift the feet up a little bit, flex through the feet, and then slide your hands down the outsides of the shins and calves, and then slowly you're separating the feet a little bit as you bring the knees in. So, or for some, keeping the feet down is better, but just play around with it a little bit. And this isn't the best pose if you have to go to the bathroom, because it's like pressing on your bladder, so hopefully that's not you right now, because that's me. And let's just take a few deep breaths. And just noticing what sensation is the loudest. Sit with that for a moment. And then start to notice any other sensations in the body. Whether it be your hand on your leg or ankle, or the feeling of your clothes on your skin, or warmth or cool from the air around you. Just be present to every sensation you feel right now. I won't be here for as long as I'd like, but you can take one more big breath in, and exhale. We'll gently release and switch sides, left over right. And again, you can flex the feet and take the feet out wide as you pull the legs closer to you, or you can bring the feet down. Just whatever feels good for you. I'm just taking some big, deep breaths in, big breath out. And again, bringing your attention to the loudest sensation in the body. Sit with that for a moment. And start to notice all the sensations in your body. And what can you feel? What can you notice in the body, on the skin? Maybe even bringing your attention to the weight of your back body on the mat. Noticing sensation in the scalp, or the face. Seeing what else you can notice here. And we'll take one last big breath in. And exhale, release. And gently, with the least amount of effort, just allow your legs to fall out to either side and come into your Shavasana or corpse pose. And let's take one last breath together. So big breath in, fill up the lungs. And exhale, sigh. And with that sigh, just allow your body to kind of just melt or relax into the floor. Wherever you are, allow for a bigger breath to come in. And I want to invite you guys to stay here longer, but just for the sake of time, I'm going to close our practice and our time together. But let's just close together with some gratitude. So maybe bringing your hands to your heart, or if you like to be seated, you can make your way up to seated. Otherwise, feel free to stay where you're at. And let's take a moment to be grateful, thankful for our healthy bodies and our healthy minds, the ability to be able to come and be here virtually together today and practice yoga. Let's be grateful for all the opportunities we've had in our lives, and especially all the opportunities we have not had in in our lives, because that's what helps shape and form us into the unique individuals that we are. Any of your own gratitude, say that to yourself now.